What's up with Jane's Addiction band members fighting on stage? Do they have a history of conflict, or did this come from nowhere? I am not familiar at all with Jane's Addiction music or their history, but I saw the fight video on X with the singer punching the guitarist. Do the two have a history of conflict, or what? What is the relevant backstory? Answer: they infamously have volatile relationships, and Perry Farrell, Dave Navarro, and Eric Avery, who the fight was between, all have a history of serious drug problems. Here's a few excerpts from Jane's Addiction's Wikipedia page. Jane's Addiction was scheduled to begin recording its next album in mid-1989. Navarro later stated he had almost no recollection of working on the album due to his addiction to heroin. Part of the tour included headlining the first Lollapalooza festival, which traveled across North America in mid-1991. The festival, created by Farrell and Mark Geiger, was to become a farewell for Jane's Addiction, but also a showcase for other cult artists. During the first Lollapalooza show, Farrell and Navarro got into a fight on stage after violently bumping each other mid-song. The band walked off, but came back to play an encore. However, the fight continued and Navarro eventually threw his guitar into the crowd. Here's Perry Farrell's wife's opinion of what went down most recently. And here's an interesting oral history article that highlights some of the historical Fighting Issues members, specifically Avery trying to pick up Farrell's then-girlfriend. Perhaps somewhat less related, but Dave Navarro was in a side project with Taylor Hawkins, the Foo Fighters drummer, which was rumored to be a drug band, when the latter died due to complications from drug overuse. Edit. Rereading this answer, it seems like I'm coming across as being overly harsh on Navarro and putting the blame on him due to the excerpts I've included and the aside at the end. That wasn't my intention. I just wanted to give some history and did so kind of slapdash from random things I remembered. I think the follow-up comments clarify as to the current state of the band and the interpersonal relationships therein. While I've always regarded the band as somewhat out of control in general, Farrell has always come across as particularly unbridled, and I think the video speaks for itself who is at fault. It should be noted that at least according to this interview, Dave Navarro says he hasn't intravenously used drugs for nearly 2 decades and has been sober for the past 4 years. The same likely can't be said for Farrell though.